Tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, this is Ronny.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Who I have the pleasure with?
This is Landslide. Landslide live from Tape Alert. How you doing, brother?
All right, yeah. Okay. Um, good night, my brother. You know, my name is Ronny Plaza.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm being, I don't know if you have any type of specific question before we start.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're gonna start it off. Where you currently at now?
I'm in Chihuahua Correctional Facility.
Chawanga. And how long have you been there now?
Well, right here, I've been here for almost 3 years now, but I've been in state prison for a total of almost 6 years, for a crime that I did not commit.
You want to talk about what crime? What crime was that?
Well, they trying to accuse me of, of cutting somebody in the face.
Oh.
They trying to accuse me of cutting somebody in the face, but that's simply wrong. That was incorrect. There was never such thing, whatsoever. Like there was, police misconduct. They framed me. They did a lot of hiding evidence. There was a video outside that showed what really happened. I was, I admit that I was on the place the day that the incident happened.
Uh-huh.
However, I did not participate in the assault of the victim outside.
Okay, where was this? Where was this taking place at?
This was in the Bronx. It was around Cambridge. It's a little street over there called Aqueduct.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, exactly. There's a parking garage over there. It's called, I think right now it's called Hospitality something. I'm not really sure. It had a different name back then. But I was coming out of a nightclub. There's a nightclub over there. It's called El Águila.
Okay.
So, this happened back in, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because this is just been too long, man. This happened June 12, 2014,
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I definitely could never forget that date, because it was traumatic for me as well,
Absolutely.
So, back then, there was a fight going on, inside the garage. There was a fight going on, and I was trying to break the fight. I was trying to separate people from fighting.
Okay, so this is basically like after the club, tempers flared, a fight breaks out. You try to break it up, and then what happened from there?
Exactly. So afterwards, there's some people trying to put battery on the issue, so they could keep fighting,
Okay.
So, I was probably the only one, or me and probably two other individuals that I don't ever know, because I was there by myself. I went there with some shorty, and then her friend got into an incident with another female. It was a female fight.
Oh.
But there was some guys, they were entertaining themselves by watching them fight. There's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of videos in the newspaper. They put me everywhere. They posted me everywhere. They trying to portray me as a monster. They were alleging that I cut this gentleman in his face, which is totally wrong. And the reason I say it's totally wrong is because there was a video that shows what really happened outside. However, while we was inside, the gentleman, he spits on my face.
Oh.
So he spits on my face. He hit me in the chest multiple times. I ignore him. But now when he spits on my face, he got a reaction out of myself. So I punch him and I knock him out. So when I knock him out, somebody else that I don't know who that person is, I don't know, I have no idea. I never seen this person before. This person dragged this individual outside. So while they outside, something else happened.
Now, was this person security, perhaps?
I don't believe it was security because there was security, and security they were dressed in black. So this individual, he was not dressed in black, so whatsoever. I don't know who that person is, you know. So, point is, police they have some idea of more or less who the person probably was. However, they never followed the leads. They contacted me because everybody know me, you know, like everybody knew me over there because I was, you know, I don't know if.
You seem like I was looking through your gram, man. You seem like a lot of people care about you. Definitely.
No, definitely, you know, people care about the good people, you know.
Absolutely.
So, you know, when you good to everybody, you know, they always gonna care about you, you know. So I was good to everybody. Everybody that know me personally, and not even personally, they know what type of person I am. You know, back then they used to know me because I was involved in the music industry. You know, so I have a few artists around myself, you know, under me and things like that. And then besides that, you know, my father was a baseball player.
Okay.
So you know, I was like out there. I was really exposed to, you know, to the nightlife, you know, to put it in that way, you know.
Okay.
Meaning, like the nightclubs, you know, the parties, the concerts.
So,
Madison Square
sorry,
Garden,
not to cut you off.
yeah.
Your father, he was a baseball player. He was a famous baseball player, like MLB or?
Yeah, MLB, yes, that's correct.
What was his name?
We share the same name, you know.
Okay.
His name is Ronny Plaza.
Ronny
The same
Plaza.
name, you know, everybody used to call him Ron, you know, rest in peace, you know. But my point is, when that happened on outside the nightclub, I got a call from the owner. You know, I got a call from the owner of the place, from the nightclub. She called me and she said, "Yo, Ronny, are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, why? What happened?" She said, "You know, now somebody got really hurt outside, and they saying that you was involved, you know, but I was involved in the separation, you know, separating people from fighting and this and that." So she tells me, like, you know, like, police is asking about you over here. You know, so I said, "Listen, I don't have nothing to hide, you heard? I haven't done anything wrong. You know, if somebody got injured, I don't know, possibly, but I'm good." So she said, "Okay." So, you know, I provide her with my apartment number because she had my cell phone. So I provided with this number, my apartment number. Nobody got that because nobody needed that number. You know, that number was basically connected to the intercom in the building. So I could let people in and things like that, you know. But point is, long story short, you know, she provided a lieutenant that was on the scene with my number. So then a detective reached out to me, "Yo, you could be a good witness to something that happened outside." And I say, "Listen, honestly, I'm trying to go to sleep right now, you know. I'm pretty tired."
This is the same night, or this is a day later?
Same day.
Okay.
Same day, hours later.
Oh, okay.
The same day, a few hours later, they call in the morning. He identified himself, Detective Mercado Gomez, on 52nd prison, and such. He said, "You know, you a good witness to an incident that happened outside a parking garage." And I say, "Listen, respectfully, you know, it's all right, this, that, but right now I'm tired. I haven't slept yet. So if you allow me the opportunity to go to sleep, I'll definitely, you know, get back to you. Can you provide me with a phone number?" He said, "Yeah, here, there's that." So he provided me, you know, his information. So now he called minutes later, and he's trying to press me to come down there. So I say, like, "Yo, you know, I don't like your energy right now, you know." So I say, "Listen, you know, we speak later." But so I hang up. Then I call my attorney because I had like a few traffic infractions and things like that. So I had an attorney on the record.
Okay.
So I called my attorney and I explained the whole situation. I said, "Yo, listen, you know, apparently somebody got injured. You know, you got somebody calling me. He's kind of pressing me now, you know, and I don't like the vibe that he's giving me." So then he says, "All right, give me the information that you have." So then, you know, I gave it to him. Then he contacted him and he said, "Listen, I'm his lawyer. Any question, anything goes through me." So, you know, then weeks pass by, then they issue
A warrant.
I-card.
Oh, I got.
But not a warrant, but like an I-card. I was a person of interest,
Okay.
So now they were looking for me,
Yeah.
and I don't have nothing to do with this,
Mm-hmm. So you're not
I
hiding?
contact him again. Excuse me, what was that again?
No, I said so. You know they're looking for you, but you're not hiding because you didn't do anything.
No, exactly. I'm not hiding.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole point of providing my phone number initially. Like, you got any question for me, that I could answer, I'm here, I'm open. Did I do anything? No. Do I know who did it? No. So if those is the type of question you want to ask me, I'm more than happy to provide you with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why you punch this guy? Well, this guy spit on my face.
Mm.
Or, this or that. Well, point is, they brought me down, they were looking for me. Eventually I found out. And I called my lawyer, let him know, and then he set a date. He set a date for me to come down to the prison and surrender myself. So that's what I did. I went to the prison, surrendered myself, and they basically were telling me, like, yo, listen, we'll let you go. We just want to know who this person is. I said, listen, I don't have no idea. I don't know who that person is, So they said, well, so if that's how it's going to be, then, you're going to have to hold it down. And I said, well, if that's your job, if that's what y'all do, that's your job, part of your job, then, I'm right here, So after that, they took me to a lineup. After the lineup, they picked me. Allegedly, they picked me. I doubt it. Honestly speaking, after all the paperwork that I was able to get through FOIA requests and things like that from the NYPD, things that they never provided us before trial. They never gave me set and stuff that proves that I'm innocent, that I'm not even being described as a person involved in anything outside,
Mm-hmm.
They clearly describing a whole other set of people from outside, not myself,
Okay. Okay.
So point is, after all of that happened, I went to the grand jury. They asked me if I wanted to go to the grand jury. They offered me like a 103. They offered me a 103. I say no, I can't accept anything because I haven't cut nobody.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not
Now,
guilty.
if you wanna give me a 103 for punching somebody in the face, then okay. Now that's a different thing. I
Okay.
accept my responsibility. Yes, I'm guilty of punching somebody in his face. Yes.
So your charges were what? Assault with a deadly weapon, or what was that?
Yeah, they trying to give me attempted murder. They trying to
Attempted
give
murder.
me attempted murder. Then they went down to assault in the face, with a deadly weapon, whatever. And basically they just wanted to know who the person from the outside, the actual perpetrator was, which I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Tape alert.
I still don't know. And even if I did, right now, that's not part of my duties,
Absolutely.
I'm a citizen. So I could choose between being a government witness or not being, you understand?
Yes, sir.
And that's only within my rights for me to choose,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, point is, the prosecution, they've been trying to, the conviction integrity unit, they pick up the case, they've investigated these matters because I was able to obtain some evidence. I've been down all this time, I've been studying law. So I've been in the law library every day,
Okay. And now, currently, you've been down for 6.
Yes, almost 6. Yes,
Almost
that's correct.
6. So what were you sentenced to?
I was sentenced to 10 years.
10
And
years.
then I got a 1 to 3 consecutive bail jumping.
Okay. Oh, so you bailed out for this and then kind of spooked, ran on the lam. That's what happened?
Yeah, I was in the middle of trial. They were saying too many lies. They were playing around. They were doing too many things. So I figured that they were about to railroad me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so it came to a point that my son, my youngest son, he was born November 19, 2015, right in the middle of my trial. So, I haven't even seen my son, and I'm here fighting for my life. So now, my attorney, the day after deliberation, it was so many lies that it used to bother me. Like, to sit there and hear the prosecutor lie. And I know he knew what he was doing, because clearly from all the documents that I was able to obtain, it clearly showed that he knew that I was innocent from the jump. The victim, he said numerous times that he didn't remember what happened to him. He didn't remember what happened to him. Then he said in the hospital, he said that he was punched by somebody. Then all the people came and stabbed him and cut him. I was not part of them, all the people,
Yes.
I was just that person that punched him. That was me,
Yeah, so
and I always said that.
not to cut you off, because if all of these people assaulted him and you punched him before all these people assaulted him, did they ever bring those other people to court? No one else came to court?
Nobody.
See,
they
that's
say
crazy.
I was acting in custody. They trying to use the charge like acting in concert, that
Yeah.
I directed people to do this or to do that.
Okay.
But that's not even true. Because even the victim wife, she testified. She said, I never ordered nobody to do anything. So, everything that happened in there, I don't know if the guy had problems from before with some other people or something, and then somebody seized the opportunity to finish something pending that they probably had. And after a little altercation with him. I don't know. That could be a possibility, but I don't know. That's something for the victim to clarify, not for myself. So, point is, it's just sad. It's just crazy. Even police officers that were detectives, that were there that day on the scene when thing happened, and they collected the video. And even then they say that they watched the video, outside, inside. Then he says, I didn't collect the video because I thought it was assigned to somebody else. So somebody else collected the most important vital piece of evidence that would have shown the whole thing without the necessity of calling somebody as a witness to come testify falsely.
So they never. So okay. So on the video, you can clearly see him being dragged out and assaulted by other people. Correct?
Inside, yes. Because they got 3 cameras, and from the 2 cameras inside, from different angles, you could see that. Yes, and you could see when I punched the gentleman as well.
Okay. So so the altercation started inside with you, and then that led to being outside.
It spills outside. Yeah. So you see somebody else dragging the gentleman outside. So when I go outside, I see somebody laying on the ground, laying on the middle of the street, and then I see somebody else on top, like riding a horse, like somebody like a jockey. So when I come outside, I don't know what's going on because the back is done on my way. But I come outside and I say, yo, break it up, like stop, like please stop, just let that, let the guy go. So when after that happened right there, I just come right back because I'm outside the garage. You could count it probably for like 6, 7, 8, 6 seconds. Because of a walking distance from this point to that point. And so while outside, there was a lot of people that came out.
Yeah.
And all of those people, they came and they testified to the same thing. They say, listen, there was a guy outside laying on the ground, and even friends of the alleged victim came and testified on my behalf.
Yeah, of
They
course.
say I was not involved in it. I was not part of it. The guy was on the ground outside being stabbed and being cut by somebody else other than me, and that I was outside telling this guy to stop. You know.
So your charges were assault with a deadly weapon and inciting or what? You said something at a concert or something like that.
Something on the who? Excuse me.
You said so they charged you with assault with a deadly weapon and something about inciting a concert or inciting a riot. What was that?
Acting in concert.
Acting in concert.
But they dropped that one.
Okay, they dropped that.
Yes, because the victim's wife, she say I never ordered nobody to do anything.
Okay. So how could you? I don't get. See, something ain't right here because in that case, then that leaves you with assault with a deadly weapon. Your assault came with a fist.
Well, correct. And that's the same thing I'm saying. You know, if they would have charged me with what I did, you know, which is punch somebody, I don't know, maybe assault in the dirt, you know, I probably would have pleaded guilty without asking any other question, you know, because that's what I did.
So while in court, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, so now while in court, you're in court and you're hearing these lies. You're hearing what's going on. So in your mind, you decide, listen, I'm making a break for it, which I understand.
I couldn't even believe it. To be honest with you, I'm sitting there. I made the decision to go to trial because I believe that this country, you know, I came from a different country. I came from Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
In my country, the justice system is bad.
Mm-hmm.
So in this country, I thought that the justice this system was the greatest in the world.
So many people do.
So yeah, that's what I believe at first, you know. Now when you're sitting down over there, it's a whole different story.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in the wrong side of the seat, it's a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you realize that there's no such thing as a justice system. There's no such thing as a fair trial. You know, there's no such thing as justice in this country. Mm-hmm. Only for certain people.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. If you got some money.
The only people that the only people that really get justice in this country is the privileged or the rich.
Mm-hmm.
Or the people from the government, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If they kill somebody, yeah, they get a slap in the wrist, probation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you know, it's just sad. It shouldn't be that way. And honestly speaking, you know, right now I have a 440-10 motion in court. You know, they haven't.
Explain what that is.
Well, a 440 motion is a motion to vacate the judgment of conviction.
Okay.
You know, that's done only on the several circumstances, you know, mm-hmm. which is like if you have no evidence, you know, if the prosecutor lied or committed fraud to bring you into justice, you know, if there were material evidence that was abused, you know, at the trial and was false and nobody, you know, by the district attorney, or, you know, if you're actually innocent, or, you know, it's many reasons for you to get, you know, if there was a constitutional violation, it's many reasons for you to get relief under 440.
Okay.
You know, but it's kind of a lengthy process. However, mine is being extremely lengthy. You know, mm-hmm. You got other people that wait 4-5 months and they have a decision. Mine is about to go more or less to 2 years.
Oh wow!
With no work.
Yeah, you know why? Because they know they made a mistake.
Exactly. You know, I have affidavit from prosecutor saying that he never told the witness to lie. So he's not denying that the witness lied in my trial.
You have 1 minute left.
You know, he's not denying that. The phone call is about to hang up.
That's cool. You can call back.
Right now, okay. I'll definitely call back right now. All right, my brother?
All right, no problem.
All right. after you sitting down in trial, you believe you're gonna get a fair one. You know, you believe like this guy, the district attorney, he make an oath to protect the Constitution. So you believe he's not gonna try to trick you or deceive you in any way, because I believe the Constitution of this country is the highest thing ever written.
Mm-hmm.
In the whole world, I believe, in the whole world. So you come to trial believing in a fair system, but then after you there, you realize this is just a facade.
Yeah, it's nasty work. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, it's terrible. I feel bad. I'm gonna feel bad for whoever goes. Whoever faces the same circumstances that I faced before. I really feel bad. Because I know they're not gonna get a fair one. They're not gonna get a fair one until somebody be held accountable, until there's some accountability within the system. If
Absolutely.
you commit it, if you do something wrong, you're gonna face consequences. But until that day, this is gonna be the normal thing to happen to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, honestly speaking, I really want to take the opportunity to bring some awareness to people out there. Like you might be walking in the street. You might be walking in the street. There's a shootout. Somebody get injured. Then you go trying to help this person on the floor, and then next thing you know, police come run down on you. They say you're the person who did it because you got blood in your shirt, or you this, or you that, and now you was trying to help somebody, but this guy just died in your arm. You don't even know this person from a place in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But now they got your DNA in this person, and they got his DNA on you, or whatever. I'm not saying this is the same circumstance in my case, but I'm just putting out there, like an example.
Yeah, because
next thing you know, you know in your heart that you ain't do nothing. You know in your heart that you are an innocent person. So next thing you know, they prosecuting you for a crime that you didn't commit.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that could happen, that be happening to everybody on the regular basis. This is something that could happen, to many of us.
Countless people, man. Countless people.
Exactly, but not to the white guy. Not to the white man.
No. It's a little different for them now.
It's a whole different justice system. It's a more reasonable one.
Yeah. It's actually justice. It's actually justice. For them, it's actually the shit that they promote. This just justice
exactly.
thing.
You understand?
Fair trial and fair this. That's what they get. And it's sad, but it's real, man.
Exactly. It is sad. It's really sad, but it's real. It's something that we, I thought, I don't even have words to, because it's a whole different feeling that it awakes inside of me when I speak about things like this,
Mm-hmm. Well, I can imagine, man, being locked up for something you didn't done. I just want to let you know that you sound very, extremely. You're brave. You're very strong, man. I'll tell you that much, because I don't know if I'd be able to handle something like that. And I'm sure the listeners, that shit, I can't even understand. If I did it, then that's something different. I guess you can live with it, you can prepare for it. But if you didn't do it, that's a whole nother monster on its own. I'm sure there was many nights you was ready to hurt somebody for real, or just wrap it up, man. Because who wants to be there away from their family and all that type of stuff?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this over here will definitely make you or break you.
Yeah, man.
Mentally and physically. Like there's been days that I have say like, yo, give me the quickest way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I look around in the cell and I'm going through some personal situation, family problems or a family loss or something. And I probably be like, you know what? I think if I hang it up, I could end it right here, right now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then I think, look, I got 3 children.
Yes, sir.
If I do that, I'm gonna go out like a coward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now the most important thing that I have is to prove my innocence. And after I prove my innocence, then it's whatever God wants, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now you're just waiting on a judgment to get a hearing, or you're waiting on what? You're just waiting to be.
I'm waiting either for a court hearing or for a court decision, because the judge, based on everything that we provided him, you know, we have probably hundreds of pages on exhibits that my lawyers, we've been able to obtain by hard work, you know. This is something that since 2018, when the NYPD made a mistake, because they made a mistake and they provided me with some stuff that I never had.
Oh.
So they made a mistake. So when they made a mistake, they didn't realize until they contacted the district attorney, the Bronx district attorney. So now when they contacted the Bronx district attorney, they realized that there was going to be a big mess, because I was not supposed to obtain certain documents. You know, I was not supposed to know the truth, you know? I mean, I always knew the truth. I know the truth. But I was not supposed to find out through paperwork, you know? So after that happens, you know, I went ahead and I contacted my trial lawyer. So when I contacted my trial lawyer, I said, yo, excuse me, you know, it's been a while since we last spoke. You know, I hope everything is all right with you. I'm just contacting you because I was able to obtain some documents through FOIA requests. You know, I did them on my own. I did it myself. Because sometimes, you know, you paying an attorney and this and that, but they're not really concerned about your life the way you is, you know. At the end of the day, they go home every day.
Yeah, it's a job.
They have lives. They go on vacation every other week, you know. But you here. You the really one that had to put up the fight, you know. So when I contact my trial attorney, you know, he says to provide him with copies of whatever I got. So within those documents, you know, there was one that was very, very important. It was one that really opened the door for everything that's going on right now, you know. Because after this document, then more stuff will start coming out now, you know, and to the point that I'm able to prove my innocence just on documents that they had from the beginning, you know. For instance, you know, there's a police report. It says follow-up number 3. It talks about camera. You know, it says camera found located. You know, I got it right here in my hand. You know, I'll be able to provide you with copies of everything that I have right here in front of me.
Okay.
I'll be able to provide you copies if you want it.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Hell yeah. Definitely, man.
So, you know, that would be best for everybody. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to help me bring the truth out.
And that's what we're gonna do, man. The listeners, you're gonna definitely have some listeners on your side, trust me.
Inshallah, you know?
Yes, sir.
God willing, you know?
Yeah, it'll happen. So let me ask you, you were sentenced to 10 flat, or?
Yes, I was sentenced to 10 flat with 5 post release, and then I was given a 103 for the bell jumping situation, you know?
Okay, so that runs concurrent or consecutive? Okay.
Consecutive.
Oh, okay.
They really wanted to give me 5 more. You know, the prosecutor really was pushing for 5. You know? But, you know, we were able to work it out, you know? I accepted, you know, kind of responsibility, even though I wouldn't run if there wouldn't be no false charges, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Only reason I ran is just because I wanted to see my kid. You know, I didn't know if I was going to be able to, you know? So I just wanted to see my kid before I eventually, you know, I ended up surrendering myself 7 months after I started running, you know?
Okay, well, you brought yourself and they didn't catch you.
No, yeah, they didn't catch me.
All right, well, then that has to hold weight, please. That has to hold weight. You running is not too far-fetched. I mean, people do astronomical things in that type of pressure. So you running, and I understand why you ran, but you not having them return you is a very big thing. I think that excludes the running. Even though they gave you that 1 to 3, they probably were pissed off. But by you turning yourself in, that has the whole weight, especially with this judge overlooking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. But they don't know that I surrendered myself in Mexico. They don't know that. You know, they just know that I came here and they got me in Los Angeles airport. That's their story. That's what they put out there. You know, they probably know that I voluntarily surrendered myself down there, but they're not gonna put it out there for me. You know.
Okay.
This is the first time that we're really putting it out there. You know.
Okay. So they basically just got it as you were apprehended and returned by Mexican authorities. Okay.
Exactly, but in reality, you know, I was in Cuba, and then I came to Mexico, and that's when, you know, listen, I'm a fugitive. You know, I'm trying to, you know, turn myself in. You know, I don't want to keep running. But before I did that, I was trying to find attorneys. You know, I was trying to find the right lawyer to appeal my case, and they told me that the only way they were going to be able to help me is by me coming back, because they can't do nothing while I'm on the run. So then when I felt, okay, this going to be the right attorney right here, he said this, so that's what I'm going to do. You know, I got to go back. And then, you know, that's how the whole process started again.
Okay.
Even the judge, you know, when I came back, you know, he told me, you know, like, he was not in an upset mode. You know, he wasn't upset, you know, that I ran or this or that. You know, he probably understood as well, you know. I was young. That was something stupid by myself, you know. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I highly believe that anybody on my situation, you know, would have run. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Especially, listen, for something you didn't do, man. Now, see, it's crazy because you had an interaction with that man moments before, but you didn't do that. So I can definitely understand. I definitely understand. Trust me, man. I definitely understand.
Tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert.
Thank you for watching part 1 of the Ronald Plaza story. Part 2 will be dropping soon. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get all the exclusive content. It's Tapealert, Tapealert, Tapealert.